the poll. Yeah, that showed that you guys voted for this actually. Probably let me see if I can find it so you guys can see what you voted for. I figured most of you guys are already learning already, and all you're looking to do is get to the next step, which is basically finding clients, and that is absolutely okay. So to get into things, let me see. What is this about? So this call is basically to guide you on landing clients, right? And first thing before I even go deep, you need to understand that when it comes to finding clients. So my face is going here. Let me see if I can bring this here so my face can be in one place because my screen is pretty wide. So I'm looking at the other side of my screen and think I can keep a straight face here now. All right, so let me see. This is too long. All right, so what's this call? What's this call about? The idea is, I mean, most of you have uh already in a space where you're learning, right? Probably 3, 4, 5 months in already, and you're having issues with either getting internship because I believe once you're at that level, say 2 or 3 months, this might actually not be stopping me. Yes, once you're at that level, probably 2 or 3 months in, of course, it's expected that you're looking for clients, right? You're trying to at least make good use of the skills that you learn because at the end of the day you learn this skill because yes you're passionate about design but it's for money at the end of the day. So I mean what how else will it make sense if you are not earning from what it is you're learning? So I'm going to be showing you of course, like somebody asked a question earlier, if it's for beginners, it's not just for beginners, right? It's for, of course, if you've gone past the internship stage and you're looking for how you can get clients, or you're still in the internship and you want to get internship. Because I did get internship, right? I think I was 3 months in. I can't even remember when I got internship, and it was one of the best decisions because that was like my my guy Patrick. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. All right. So um my uh I mean if you guys don't know, Patrick is like my boss, so I'm really honored that he's on this live. So you guys should welcome him. I beg. Is my very big boss, a DevOps engineer. So as I was saying, yeah, the it's very into two, right? Both for it's either you're new, you're trying to get internship, or you're in the space already, you're trying to get jobs. Right? There are two. There's something that you need to understand when you're in this position. Either you're trying to get internship or trying to get clients. You need to look for and what is that thing that you need to understand? What is that thing that you need to understand? So the first and most important thing that you need to understand is where do these people that I need hang out, right? These people that I need that I want to work with, where do they hang out? Because you cannot be looking to work with probably a what's this, what are these guys called again? These guys that fund startups. I can't remember the name yet, but yeah, you can't be looking to work with people, probably a $1 billion or $1 million company, and you're posting your designs on TikTok. First, you could find them because at the end of the day, there's always an atom of these guys schooling on TikTok and having fun, right? But when you're looking to work with probably $1 million startup, or people that have just received funding, right? You need to go to where they hang out. And where do they hang out? Talking about LinkedIn, they hang out on LinkedIn, they hang out even on Facebook, you'd be surprised, on Instagram as well. Uh on Twitter. Twitter is like X is like that main platform, right? And if you're looking to let's say you're a designer, you have interest in working in say maybe fashion space, right? It makes sense that you post your work on Instagram or on TikTok, because here you can find people like that. And so you're looking to work with very much serious platforms, serious companies like maybe law firms or education. You want to figure out where do these guys hang out, which platform can I find them? Right. If they are more on TikTok, then I should be looking for them on TikTok, or I should be looking for them or on X if they are more on X, right? So you want to go look for them wherever they are. Then next is when it comes to finding opportunities, right? I'm going to join both of them, both as intern and as job. When it comes to finding people to work with, there are two things you need to understand. There are two kinds of clients, right? Inbound and outbound. Outbound, right? Inbound is when probably you post your work and they come and look for you, right? I mean, I believe most, I don't know if any of you have had that chance to actually share your work and it attract clients. I mean, I've been in this space for a while, so I've gotten opportunities like that where just share my work and people reach out to me via DM and, I like what you're doing. There's this opportunity. Can you jump on it, right? So when you actually have to share your work and they reach out to you, it's called inbound. They are called inbound leads or inbound clients, right? To go look out for them, go search for them. It's called outbound, which means you have to go up for jobs or send them a DM, or yes, send them a DM, or maybe you see them post and you comment on the post, like to get their attention to you, right? Then that's outbound. Now I'm not going to be talking too much about portfolio, or maybe I might just give a little tip about portfolio, but this particular call will not be about portfolio, right? Or cover letters. Probably that will be our next call if you guys want, right? I believe once we talk about how to get clients, now people will stop looking for how to get clients, right? You actually start putting in the work. Um, so just a second, let me note something down. I just remembered uh a point I need to share with you guys. So now, when it comes to inbound, how do you get inbound clients or inbound leads? Leads are basically prospects, but I'm not too sure about the terms, about these terminologies. So you get these inbound guys by posting content. You create designs and you post, right? You create designs and you post. So one of the things you also realize is for your most of your senior designers that you see, whenever I see them start posting designs back to back to back, best bet is that they just want to just share to the community, or they're looking for clients, right? And that's there's no better way to actually get these guys to you than to share your work. And of course, there are two ways to share your work, right? Either you share it to get more designers to you, or you share it to for clients to actually find what you're doing valuable. Because most clients don't even know how valuable your designs are till you tell them how valuable they are, right? And when you want to, like I said, there are two, but I don't want to go too deep. I'll just give you like an insight on what I mean, right? Now these are basically posts that I shared. I can't remember. I think I shared this one this month. I shared this in 2022. Actually, somebody just commented on it today. I shared this in August, right? So this particular kind of post now was not for clients to get me. This is for just designers sake. I just said it there, taking it a day at a time. I didn't really say anything about the project. I didn't say anything about how I got on the project. I didn't say anything about, because it's actually a live project, right? It's for a real estate platform, but I didn't say anything about that, right? I just shared like an angle of the screen just to show you, just show my fellow designers that I know how to design, right? And this particular one is for designers too. I just shared how to design like a pro. Like, then there is this particular one, this other one too. This is for this is for both client and other designers, because it's to help designers, but it's also for clients to see that, okay, I understand how to create design systems on Figma. Do you understand? That's for clients that understand what design systems are. This is basically explained to them. It's my pinned post, actually, for those that could check me out on Twitter. My pinned post, right? It's something I was building, but I'm still building it, right? So I'm going to share with you guys when I'm done. But I had to like take a pause because I have other things I'm trying to figure out too. So that is on pause for now, because there's actually so much that many designers need to learn when it comes to utilizing other platforms like Radix UI or Chakra UI to create their design systems or manage their design, especially when it comes to working with developers. I mean, you don't have this issue with developers and designer if they actually the designers know how to create systems and know that there are things that you have to, you won't just design and give to developer. There are things you have to go find you have to show the developer the code base to that particular animation so they can easily implement it. Do you understand? There are things. So there are a couple of things that would be done better, and designer develop the designer developer relationship would work very smoothly, right? So, but that's another talk for another day. And so yeah, there are ways you share your design, your work, and it will attract designers, and they'll find it. Oh, this is clean, but there are also ways you could share your work, and when clients sees it, they find it attractive enough to okay, let this guy should be able to do what I want, right? Which is where key stuff is coming. I forgot to take a screenshot when I shared my case study. I think probably second or third case study I've worked on, right? Just was a quick one, but I just had to. I just saw a concept I liked, decided to like replicate it for an old project. So I believe with this, you now understand how inbound clients come to play, right? Inbound basically you create content and they come to you, reach out, which and one of the good thing about our space is once you post a very mad designs, it's most likely would go viral, right? You could be getting up to 50K views, 100K views, and you could get one or two DMs, if not three DMs from it. That's basically inbound, right? Which means the chance of you getting that means you create more designs and you share more of it. Just keep sharing it, right? Then okay, before I go to outreach, I just needed to tell you guys about the nice group. It's you guys should switch out, right? I'll talk more about it later on. All right, but the nice group is basically like a mentorship group, right? Where I get to give more. I mean, more calls like this. It's going to be more personalized, right? Where we're going to work together and I will show you how to create this for yourself because there are people that have actually achieved a lot, maybe not a lot, but at least substantial things that can actually help them convince client that I can work for you, but they do not know it because they've not been shown, right? So on the night group, we're going to be having more of these personal fixes, right? So if you're interested, it's still 6,000 naira to join, right? Of course, it's a monthly subscription thing, right? And of course, there's many more things that you get from it, but we'll talk about that later. Let's keep going. So next is for the most, I won't say it's the most important, but I'll say it's a part where most of us do not know of or do not know how to do properly. Now, what is outreach or referrals? Outreach is basically, let me talk about referrals first. Referrals is basically you do a work and somebody recommends you for it. I think that's like basic idea of how this work, which means you want to build as much relationship so that when you need jobs, you have as much people that would put in word for you. Do you understand? Because sometimes when the person A that you know would refer you might not be today, might be in March or it might be April next year, right? Or where person B will refer you might be in August next year, right? I mean, life is. I mean, they they have people looking for design at different seasons, right? So when you have so many of them, you have different people at different. Maybe you have someone that has a project for you in October, in November, in December, right? And you would be able to you don't have to wait for too long for this particular person that you worked for or that you know to yield fruit or this relationship that you have to yield fruit, which is referring to a project. Do you understand? So you want to make sure you build relationship with as much persons. And when you go to build a relationship, you don't have to go with it has to be now. But just chill with the person. Just send a DM, yo, I like your work, let's connect and you guys follow each other and you keep tabs with yourself and just keep and doesn't have to be just designers or people in your space. It might be somebody in marketing, somebody in different field in finance and accounting. Just connect, even as an influencer, so that a young influencer coming up, connect and just be friends. The person might have an opportunity or a friend, or uncle that needs a designer someday, and they reach out to you first, right? So just keep building relationship and putting out good work, right? People are watching you, right? And they can always refer you, probably just because they see that you're consistent and you keep posting good work online. And next is outreach and outbound, right? So this is not mine actually. Somebody sent this to me, right? It's for a Web3 project. You can see what was written here, right? GM Crypto, what the person's name is. I came across your project and love what you're doing, and I think there's one of them that is not so urgent, right? I think it's there's one, but I didn't get. I'll show you how to write this later on, right? But the idea of this is just you reach out to somebody via the DM and You, I see what you're doing. Thank you for what you do for the community. Let's connect, and this is how I can help you, right? This is the value I come with, and yeah, the person might see it fine. The person doesn't see it fine too. The person might even see it maybe later, not even now, right? But regardless, it's still helpful because whenever the relationship is built or is established, it will still yield fruit because you're not where I always tell people to have patience is you're not dying tomorrow, right? So why trying to have everything today, right? You can build some relationship that will help you in by next year or in the 2 years time, right? You just have to make sure that you offer value, right? You don't just come to someone with the aim of we want to get help because we are used to being in a space where everybody wants things fast. So whenever you get a new DM, you're always like, what does the person want again, right? But when you check and see the person doesn't want anything, at least not now, right? I mean, it comes the pressure, and I can now like listen to you and know what you want to. I mean, just connect. Probably maybe just be a friendly, reach out. Oh, I see your work and kudos, right? See you, thanks, man. Thanks for reaching out and you, and that's it. From there, I might just follow you and keep seeing your work, and one day you get referral and you get it all from there. Now, this is just an email I sent, right? I'm not sure how I found where I found this opportunity, but I sent an email to apply for it, and it was basically if you see the structure here, hello, I didn't really get the name of the person that is doing the whole thing here, and my name is Susan, so I have experience in this. I love what you guys. One of the things he does to you is it makes you understand that this person is the right person for the job. Now there's a chance that they might not see your email, right? But you want to make sure whenever it is seen, I mean, it is rated. There are some people's email you see and just take this thing off my face. I beg. You understand? So, but when you see it and you say the person knows what they are doing, and I mean, your email will stand out. Do you understand? It won't be at least not the first or not the first 10 or the first 20 that will be kicked out. That's if so many other persons. Um, and if so many other persons like try to apply for the job. But one thing you still need to understand is you don't have to. It's not only when you need job that you send out this outreach, these DMs and emails, right? Like I said, for sometimes just try to build relationship because it would help you in the future, or offer something to help the person, and probably in the future they might need a friend might request for it, and it might just be the first person that comes to mind. So, what's about outbound? I think I've really basically explained the things you guys need to know when it comes to outbound. When it comes to outbound, you need to understand that. I think the other things that you need to understand is these people have lives like you, right? One thing you will know is no matter how big you are as a person, right? See, even I don't. Yeah, let's say for me, now, I want to reach out. There are some top persons I want to reach out to. I'll send them. They'll not respond to me actually because probably they don't know me, or they have other things happening in their life at the moment, right? Even somebody as big as I think it was Don Jazzy so that said that people that he's in their DM and they've not responded to him yet. It's normal in life. People have things going on for them and people are busy, right? You coming in is just you coming to come and alter their schedule, or making them stressed to not look at your DM. And if it's not something their headspace is not at that point, right? You might just that this I'm not interested in this, right? And it's okay, which is why you want to send as much as possible because there's no way you send, especially if they are good, right? There's no way you send as much of this outbound that at least you not get somebody that is interested in it, right? Let me see if this is where I talk about. Okay, before I get to practicals, now there's I don't know if you guys know Alex Mosi. He's basically my mentor, actually. Somebody I mean I've not met him yet, and I hope to meet him soon. But he said something right that when it comes to applying, not even jobs, I think it was about an agency or your business rather, right? And before I even get to that, you guys need to understand that design is a business, right? So probably in the future we'll talk about design business, but you need to understand that you're here to make money, right? Of course, sometimes you do free work, right? It's okay, you do free work and you get referrals. You get feedbacks. You get not referrals, reviews, these video testimonials, or just tweets or whatever on how good you are, right? So one of the things you could do when it comes, especially when you're starting out, is you could offer to do free jobs for people. Right? Send DMs for people looking that need your skill, and um offer to do free work for them, right? So now, for instance, myself, when I was starting out, right, one of the things I did was, although then I didn't even know what it meant, what's outbound or inbound, whatever work that was, right? There was this community I was in, I think it was a Discord or Slack for project managers or thereabout, right? And I was basically I was looking for opportunities. I mean, I was young. I was just looking for opportunities. I was just while I was in which I was just sending DMs, right, randomly, just sending DMs across, right. Then I came across one UX designer based in South Africa, right. She was I think she was the one I even ended up doing some work for, right. Basically, I was just sending DMs randomly, and she saw my DM, right. I mean, she saw how passionate I was for that's what I was doing. And although there was a part that she didn't really understand, I was young, I was a new designer, and I didn't have as much experience as for someone that should want to do the kind of project she was, because she's a UX designer. She wanted a UI designer for her project. Unlucky me, right? She responded to me. I I was just I didn't even care about what the project was. I just jumped in. Getting in, I realized that man, this work she's doing is so complex that I couldn't even break what I was doing down. I mean, it just got me. I mean, it got me frustrated that I didn't even know I was in there. I mean, I had to just tell her that my laptop got spoiled and I'm not, because there was no, I didn't know how to tell her that I'm not doing the game. I just said that my laptop got spoiled, and I said that I Slack DM that my laptop got spoiled, and I can't remember what exactly, but I had to tell her so that she would not look for me again. That I'm not working on this project again, right? But I mean, that one didn't really end well. But the most important thing here is that I sent as much DMs till somebody responded. Right? Probably the others had seen it, they didn't respond, or probably the others saw it, they didn't respond. But this one responded, but it was not just good because, I mean, why would you give me that kind of complex project where could you do, for example, write up? Yeah, sure. We'll do a practical. We'll write something. I'll tell you guys how to create one here towards the end of the I think that was next year, practicals, right? So, uh, but yeah, what I'm just trying to tell you guys in next is, do currently, what what I'm trying to work on is basically an agency, right? Which means if I want to get clients, right, what I would do is either I create your design. In fact, there's one I sent recent. I created a design. Oh, damn! I think I stopped sharing. I'm not sure why that happened. Though hide. So let me see if I can bring that up. I created a design. Oh, I think I should be here. If I can bring a screenshot of that. So now created a design and shared with the person, but they didn't respond to me, sha. But the whole idea is that's basically let me see if I can find that. So if I can design is not easy, my guy. But like I always say, it's something that you should understand that you're in for a long time, right? So it's if I can't expand this, let me see. So now because this agency is a new one, I mean, how do I expand this? Okay, let me just take a small screenshot and send picture. I could not expand. I don't want to take time trying to fix it. So you can see what I wrote here. I'm writing by build Susan. So I really saw that you have a program, get my first gig, so I said to return it for you, all for free. Below the description, and if you choose to have it, I will be it for you on Freema. So you can use for your program and convert small leads. Right. It's very long actually. Let me see if I can get to the other part of it. So what I'm trying to show you guys is, I mean, this is something that I do, right? It's not just something that, and of course it works, but you need to understand that it's a game of numbers, right? it's not every DMs you send that you get response. And look at this one. All you need is to pay for the website with yes, I can add it to your add it so I can add your domain to it. That is after I'm done and your domain satisfied. All I ask for is simple request from you only if you love the job I deliver to you, which I'm confident you would love, and it would make you a huge difference in your business. You can make as much reviews as you want, as much contributions. So now you can see a code. I don't know this person, right? This is an outbound message I sent, and I sent it this way because it's a code DM, right? But the person doesn't know who I am, and I just had to like build something. And I was since I'm being this agent, this freelance business or an agency for I'm just starting out. Yes, I've done designs for over 4 years now, but I have not really built a sales funnel, right? So this is my first. I'm trying to get somebody to be interested, so I create funnels for them, and they give me video reviews. They don't have to pay, right, for free. Now, I'm not putting any pressure on them, but if they want, if it's something they care about, I could do for them for free. Now, the idea of me doing it for them for free is so I can get as much reviews so that when I start charging and somebody asks me what have you done, I can show you not just the work I've done, I can also show you the reviews I've gotten to. So you're convinced that I can do your job. Do you understand? And I think I mentioned two terms here that I did not talk about earlier. First is cold DMs. Now, when you do your outreach, I think I'll just take this out, or maybe I'll just keep it. So when you guys need it, you can always come back to it, or as if you need the slide. So I didn't talk about cold DMs and doing free work. Right. So when it comes to outreach, right, when you're just starting out, you don't have evidence that you can deliver anything yet, right? Which is more like the people looking for internship. When you send these cold DMs, you want to talk about how passionate you are and why you want to do a free work for them. Do you understand? I don't think there's anybody in this world that doesn't like free work. Do you understand? Especially when you don't do the free work and you deliver. So you want to make them understand that you're not going to be a stress to them. They don't have to do anything. You're willing to bury yourself down and do the work, right? And once you show them, you're able to explain that to them, they would see that, okay, this person is offering to do this thing free for me, right? And I don't have to lift a finger, all right? All I have to do is just give them the or maybe I have to lift a finger, but I have to lift a finger, but I don't have to do too much of it because now I have somebody that is passionate about this and can give me my uh help me ease my problem. Yeah. So or make my problem less or solve it completely. Right. And who might need this now? Probably young startups, right? That's new startups. People probably they just launched and their product is not all that good with design. You could search for go on Twitter and search for launched or I just launched my startup. You just search these keywords. You see people that are just announcing their stuff. You search for it on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. When you see these kind of things, you reach out to them. I mean, these and I'm looking because I believe once you're an intern, you're looking for experience. Maybe you can be lucky to find someone to pay you, right? That's good. But if you don't, that's also good because whether you like it or not, 1 month time would pass, 2 months time would pass, 3 months time would pass. You still do not have anything. If you're also waiting for someone to pay you first, right? You end up going through these 3 months without any real life work. Because I believe one of the things you could do for yourself as a designer is to do a work that somebody would build. So that once you start talking to clients that you would want to pay you, you can show them you I did this and it was built and it's being used. It's being used, right? So actually, it's up to you to figure out those that are actually passionate about what they're doing, so that you don't do your design and it goes to waste. But if it goes to waste too, I mean, it's still fine. At least you have design screenshots in your or design work or case study or whatever in your portfolio, right? But if they build it, it's fine for you and life goes on, right? And if you are not new, of course, you're not looking for free work. I believe you already have work in your portfolio already, something that already built, so you have evidence that you can do good work. And you reach out to these guys and tell them, oh, your platform need a redesign, and this is why a redesign is important for you, right? It could convert more leads, or it could convert more. I believe you know why how important design is, right? So you want to tell them how important it is and how to help them, right? You could tell them, oh, you work with them for 1 month, and if they like your work, right, they could pay you for this month, and of course, retain you and keep paying you, right? That means that way it's low risk, right? That because one of the things that people are avoiding is risk of having to onboard you, pay you only for you to waste their time and do bad work. Now, so it's not up to you. Now, once if they give you that chance to work with them for 1 month, you will then make sure you impress, right? So that's basically how important it is, right? That's basically how these code DMs work because you want to put yourself in that position of that person, right? If a new person is reaching out to me, I don't even know you. I don't have any evidence that you won't do the work you did. But when you're offering me to do the work for free for a month, and watch how you work, then decide to keep you or tell you, I mean, I don't think this works for us. I don't think there's anybody that's serious about their business or takes what they do serious, that would see that kind of things, someone that's passionate about their work, at least will not give you a stipend or decide to keep you on their team because finding a good designer is hard. Especially one that's passionate is really, really tough. So when they see you that you're willing to go this much to prove that you're good enough, they will keep you. So and of course you want to look if for who you should be looking for, right, on social media to send them these code DMs. You want to look for startups, look for of course big companies, maybe head of teams and all of this, right? Though for bigger companies, it's difficult for them to bring you in because they go through so much process to onboard you, and they might not be willing to go through that stress. But what you could do for in case like that is you want to prepare for either you still send the code DMs to them, uh, no, either you send the code DMs to them, so they keep you in mind, or if they check your portfolio and say that you're really good enough and they're still in the designer, they'll just bring you in, right? Or maybe just bring you through the interview process and bring you in. But if you don't think you're a match yet, just try to build a relationship with the person. They respond to you, no harm. You don't have to hire me. I'm just here to build a relationship with you, right? It's not a now relationship. It's for the future. So it's of course it's low risk, right? Everybody is trying to avoid risk. So risk of hiring somebody and the person end up being poor, or bringing somebody in and the person end up being a bad hire, stuff like that. So you can also look out for what's it called? Talent managers too. Both talent managers, you look out for probably CTOs, CEOs, or probably anybody of power that in the space of hiring, right? It could be the CEO, CTO, head of design, or talent managers, recruiters, uh, whatnot, right? Just look out for these guys and try to build relationship with them, or tell them that outrightly that you're good enough to work for them and this is your work. They should consider you and probably get you in or get you into the interviews, whatever it is that the call to action that you're asking them to do for you. And yeah, I think on that point that I didn't talk about, I believe I've spoken about it like I've mentioned it like 3 or 4 times now. It's code DMs. Now, what is code DM? Code DM is basically the DM into somebody you don't know. Person doesn't know it, it's still code. The relationship is still code, right? So it's but it becomes warm once they have an idea of who you are rather, and I would say it becomes hot, of course, once you guys have worked together and they know you're good enough, right? Or at least they know something about you, something like for a long time about you, right? And when you're sending code DMs, it means the person don't know you at all. So you have to break the ice and not here. You have to break the ice and make them comfortable enough to read the rest of the message and even consider you. They would want to consider you. I don't know if you guys are following. Just drop me any emoji at all, so I know you're following before we get to practical and how we can get this to work. How we can write our code DMs, right? Either as an intern or looking for a client or what have you, right? This is actually the final part of, I think, second to the last part of our webinar, right? It's not, I didn't want it to be too long because I'm actually exhausted. Actually, I can't even see who is. Just drop me a comment so I know you're following. This kind of emojis. Okay, just 2 person, just Tosin and Reginald. I need more emojis, at least like 3 or 4, even 5. To show that it's not just okay. Bridget, I think definitely you will be there. Then there's Chidebe and one more. Who's the next person? budget over amount. So, so uh, what's next? What's next? Yeah, I think we're good to go. Now, for the structure on how to reach out to people, to send out cold DMs to people. Now, why I'm talking more about this cold DMs is because you know people, right? I mean, there are there are two people, right, that makes that are valuable to your business, right? Either they work on your business for you. When I say your business, I'm talking about your design business, right? Or I mean, it's a business, regardless. You and other people, right? Which is strangers and people you know and all of that. But there's only one you, but there's more of the other people, like more of the strangers, more of the people that know you that you don't know, or I mean, there are more of other people, right? So, and those other people, they are either warm, hot, or cold, right? And normally they are more cold people because there are more people that don't know you than people that know you. So with people that knows you already, it's easier to reach out to them. Yo, do you have any project? Or if you have project, just let me know. I'm open to work. It's as simple as that. Don't have to do too much. Right? Or people that have worked with you, yo, I believe you see how my work is now. If you need this kind of work again, or you're someone that needs my kind of work, right? Just reach out to me. I'm open. Right? That's simple. That's for warm and that's for hot. But since we have more cold people that do not know you, but you probably don't even know them too, right? Or maybe you even know them, but it doesn't really matter. But right, but the main thing is that they don't know you. So I think they don't know you enough to give you money to work for them. How do you get about them? That's basically why I basically decided to emphasize more on cold DMs and emails, right? Because both DMs and emails work hand in hand. Actually, they are basically means of communication. So regardless, you want to make sure either way you're reaching out to these guys, you're speaking the language they understand. Now, like I would always say, yeah, I mean, this is just we'll get into writing. I believe here. We'll get into writing here, but before we get into writing, let's talk about the structure. The first thing is the greetings, right? You want to greet them, make sure you figure out what their name is, right? So we want to talk about hey, maybe hey Daniel or hey Joshua or hey Reginald, right? Hope you're having a good day, right? Or I trust you had a good day. Something around that line. I'm seeing just 9% here. You guys should share the link, I beg. So we'll have more people, because this is a very important part we're getting into, right? I don't want you guys to miss it for anything. So just share the link so you have get more persons in here. This is a very important part of the call, right? Even if you miss that part, this particular part of it, you should not miss it for anything. And if you're not writing, please get something and write, because I might miss some things and might not. I mean, some things we might just drop, right? So because I'm in that mood to write right now, so I might just play around with words, and if you guys can capture these things. Now, the first thing is the greeting. Second is when they recognize their work. So how do you recognize their work? You can go through their page, right? And I think I didn't talk about Alex Omozi, but I think after the structure, I'll talk about him. Then we get into writing. Basically, talk about what he said about sending out code DMs or trying to get leads, right? You recognize their work. And how do you recognize their work? You can go to their page, see their latest achievement, right? You might be getting married, it might be launching a product, it might be landing a job, it might be putting out an article, anything at all. If an article you say, hey, Joshua, I saw you just published the article. I read a part of it. That's just try and see something. You read a part of it. That's if you have the time. A part of it, and you learned. Oh shit! You learned something about it, and just want to make it as simple as possible, right? You read it, even if normally your head is not care about whatever it is that was done in that place, right? But you read it and you found it valuable, and you really appreciate that we have someone like him doing something like this in the community. That way, it will ease off whatever tension, right, that he has. So if you open the message and the first thing he sees was you telling him congrats on his work. I mean, people love to hear about them. People love to be praised, right? As human beings, you want to be praised. Right? So if people want to have their egos massaged, right? So when you tell them about something they did and they spent time doing, it makes them makes it boosts their morale and they want to even hear more from you, right? Then next you want to talk about if short brief about yourself, uh especially how we relate to them, right? Then you can say talk about how you can help them, right? You could see, oh, I saw you just did this and it was good. And just to keep my name is so and so, and my name is so and so, my name is Bright, and I thought to I have okay. My name is Bright. I have over 4 years of experience in design, and I have done X. I've done Y. Right. Then next, we're gonna go to the next one. I'm reaching out to you because I saw you needed so and so for your project. Uh, I believe with what I have done, which is what you mentioned above, I'm a good fit for you, right? And to see what my work, check out my portfolio, which is why you always want to have something you've done. Because you'll not be telling me with your mouth that you can design, and I'm asking you, where's your work? You cannot really show me anything. Do you understand? Then next is the city, a call to action. What do you want them to do? If you want them to just have it in mind and say, okay, I just reached out, so just in case you need a designer in the future, I'm available, right? You can reach out to me, or I'm reaching out just to connect with you. I see you are so and so, and I thought to connect with you, right? Or you call to action could be since you're applying for a job, just in case I mean, after going through my portfolio, and you think and you believe and you like to work with me, right? Just uh send maybe just respond to this message, right? Or the main thing, just want to make them tell them what next to do. Since okay, I've praised you, you're happy now. I've recognized your work. I've spoken. I've told you who I am, because I mean you don't know me, right? I've told you how about my who I am and what I've done, and I've told you how I can help you, your business, and I've shown you my work, and why I think I'm the best fit for your work, for your project. And this is the time to tell you what I want you to do now, the action I want you to do, right? Most likely it's going to be uh, probably okay. I Either you're looking for if you're looking for a designer, reach out to me, or I also just want you to have me in mind just in case, or uh, I'm looking forward to a response from you. Just tell them what you want them to do, right? And the next one, just close it with less urgency, as if it's not urgent, right? Take your time to respond, right? I know you might have so many busy things you're working on. Take your time, no pressure, right? I just wanted to reach out to you to let you know what I do and how I can help you. Right? Then, anyway, it's kind regards or whatever, or just say thank you or kind regards, or normally they actually don't care about the person, sha, but just say something. Okay, we'll talk about that when we get to the Q&A, right? But I believe the designs you want to have on your portfolio are the designs you want people, designs you think are convincing enough for somebody to trust you as a good hire, right? Just put yourself in the shoes of the person that want to hire you, right? This work in your portfolio. If you were the one, will you hire yourself? Right. So that's the question you want to ask yourself. If you were the one, would you hire yourself? Right. Now that's for people that have experience looking for clients to pay them big money, right? But if you're just an intern, nobody's expecting you to create that matters design, right? Just have the passion and will to work, right? And that's enough to get someone to, okay, you have the passion. I've seen the small progress you're making, no problem. Boom, let's get to work, right? Where do we start? Do you understand? So as simple as that. And this is now our playground. Let's write something, right? I want this to be as interactive as possible. So let's use somebody's budget answer. Will you hire yourself? Right. All right. So let's use Reginald. Well, okay, I think I'll use Reginald as the as the designer. Whose name we should use as the client now? Let's use Bridget. I think Breed. I hope I spelled it correctly. I doubt. I'm already seen Mark. Bridget. All right. So hey Bridget. Like I said, name first. Right. Then let's bring this down. Let's say mm, like I said, we want to recognize. Let's say you wrote, and what's the most common thing that maybe client would do? Let's say they might publish an article, or they might publish an article, or let's say they launched their start. Okay, let's say they launched their startup, right? On an AI tool that help maybe that help pregnant women. Is it detects, or what's the word they use to tell what the gender is? Is it detects or figure out? Okay, let me use the lighter one. That help uh okay, that help women know when they are pregnant. Okay, let's scan, right? Okay, let's use that help you detect pregnancy. Now, okay, hey Bridget, I okay, let's say your new startup that helps women detect their pregnancy is super awesome. Now you don't want to drop just an anyhow first line, right? You said that helps women detect their pregnancy is super awesome. I wish it was available sooner. More women would have needed it to know exactly when when they took took in. Something around this line, right? You want to talk about, okay, what you was awesome and the use case is also awesome. It would help people like this. Do you understand? Which means you saw it and you probably was able to detect why it was created. If it was an article, it could be you saw it and you read it and you saw the key points that article would help. Right? That's when you see that you're not just one. uh I think it was Chimamanda Adichie that I was talking about. I think some years ago when she approached a writer that she admired, and the writer was there with his wife. Then she reached out to the writer. I've read your book on so and so, and the wife was there actually. The man was like, "Wow, you read my book! Wow, that's good." Then I think it was the wife then asked her, what was the book about, or what's happened in the book or something like that, and she couldn't answer. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have seen that story, heard of that story, right? Which she spoke about in one of our events, and she couldn't answer, right? So, and at that point, she has made her reach out or her outreach less valuable, because yes, you got a chance to connect, but you went on and lied. Right? So at that point, you just be like you should just look at the ground to open and swallow it, because you actually did not read it. You don't even know what the book was about. Or you just somehow just because you knew the name of the book, you went on and lied that you read the book and you enjoyed it. It was great. It was marvelous, but you didn't even know what the book was about. Right? So the wife asked the question, or either the wife or the man asked the question, and she flopped. She couldn't answer the question, right? And that was how she buried her face in shame and left. So it's something you want to avoid, right? You want to make sure, because these guys can tell. I mean, when you put in hours to, just like for women, for instance, now when they put in time to work on themselves, either makeup or whatever, they know that what they worked on the most was yeah, they particularly was the perfume or the makeup or whatever, right? And you're complimenting them, and you are not able to pinpoint a particular thing, right? You not really feel that compliment. Do you understand? But if you're able to pick out that particular thing they worked on that made sense, right? That particular thing that I worked on, and because when you put in so much time to work on something, somehow you have a part of you in that thing. You be somehow passionate about it. You love it so much that when somebody pinpoints it, it gives you this joy, right? It gives you this, let's say, the adrenaline rush or stuff, right? But it makes you more excited and happy, right? And that's basically what happens when you compliment them and point a particular detail that would help them, right? So, like I said, I wish it was available to someone who needed it and who more. Well, okay, I wish it was available sooner. More women would have needed it to know exactly when they took in and save them from. What would knowing when you took in help you from save you from doing self? I can't really think of anything right now, but save them from maybe laughing too much or something, right? Okay, like I don't think let me do laughing is too from from consuming maybe uh that's been alcohol, right? So not alcohol, yeah, from consuming alcohol or harmful uh meals. Prepare yourself for the journey of. Okay, yeah, that's true. That they took in uh that would have helped them prepare for the journey of pregnancy. Journey of pregnancy. Now, this with this alone, right? You've caught their attention, and they are okay. Yes, that's true to prepare them for the journey of pregnancy and whatnot. Now, that's the first one. Now, next, I want to go into um who you are, right? You don't want to talk about this too much, but let's get into it. Uh, by the way, or yeah, let's say by the way, my name is Reggie Naut. I'm a product designer with let's say let's say 2 years of experience, and I have had the opportunity to work with startups like which other startup? Let's say Chowdeck. Let's say Chowdeck. Chowdeck. And you want to mention the biggest things you've done, right? Chowdeck. Or if you're an intern looking for a job, they can say you probably volunteered for so and so, or you probably volunteer. Just one thing you need to understand is you need to hype yourself, right? See, if because if you don't do it, you're going to downplay the need to even want to consider you. That doesn't mean you should lie, but you want to put it in a way that it might just be that you ate rice. Maybe that okay. Let's say okay, that might be too vague. Let's say you just worked with you volunteered to work with Google Dev First team. We could say you worked with Google, but make sure make sure the name Google is there. Is the first thing that is used, right? You're writing. You work with Google, right? So when if you see you work with Google, that will first send that sign or to their head, right? That's see that that person is you let the designer chat it before they said it. Okay, well, that's a very interesting story. So we don't have to you don't have to talk about why they couldn't pay you. Like you say, you led design team at Chowdeck, or you work to Chowdeck at their early stage, right? You work to their phases. I mean, something around that puts you in a light of okay, this person knows what they are doing. Do you understand? Make sure you hype yourself. You startups like Chowdeck, let's say Outposts. I think it's Outpost. Is it Eden? I think Eden. I think Eden Life. Then I can't remember. But also, when we want to talk about this achievement, we want to talk about the ones that are at least close to what they need you for, right? You don't have to have. If you have experience in health, then you put it first. If you don't have experience in health, because this is a product that is related to health, right? If it was and if it was a now there are two things here. Now, this achievement doesn't have to be basically where you want to work, right? Maybe like this person is an employee of a company you want to work with. So you just use this first sentence to grab their attention, right? Then, if it was a case where you want to work on this particular product he launched, then you want to put out achievement that was around health. But if it is not, you want to work with a company that talks about it as a CMS company or a food delivery company, then when we're talking about things that are close to delivery or food that you have worked on. Do you understand? So they can see you have experience in that line. You don't want to be talking about, and it's a Web3 product. When you're talking about things that are related to Web3 that you've worked on, if it's it could be if you use a Web3, then it could be you worked on a fintech app because you've not really done a Web3 product, or it could be that you created a case study on a Web3 solution, just something around that area that you don't want to have a product, an achievement around food that will give you a higher chance to get employed or get considered. I'm talking about something that doesn't even concern design. Do you understand? That too distant. And if you're new to of course, it's expected that we do not have that much experience. So, we want to talk about where you volunteered or the things you've done in the sense of maybe you led, if you just graduated, you led a class, a creative class, or you were a part of a team that led this or that did that. You understand? So, at that point, this your second line might not really do so much, but what would do the much for you would be your portfolio. Do you understand? This second part, we really just said that well, you're passionate or you worked on so thing, you've written this kind of article, but you want to so what you do here is to reduce the time with which they get to your portfolio. Do you understand? When we use the time with which they get to your portfolio, so you can go and see portfolio fast because so you don't just look at it and see who's this one again. What's my business with you being a course rep and not being a course rep? In fact, what the fuck is a course rep? Do you understand? So you don't want to when you don't have so much that you've done, you don't want to delay the time with which they get to see. Because at least what you can now use to capture your attention is your designs. So you want to shorten that time so you can show them your design and they can see what you've done and how you can help them. Now moving on, stuff like Outpost, Child Deck, and helping them. Oh shit, helping them improve their which is annual recurring revenue or MRR, or uh, helping them, okay, ARR, and working on a core feature influential in helping them raise series A and B, right? Totaling over say $12 million. Or let's say it might not be as big as this sha. So but let's say 500K, still huge, right? So the main aim now is you want to start bringing in these numbers because numbers to help them understand that you're not just about the graphics in the design, you're all about the business of design. So which means you've done something that has helped improve the business, which is the main thing that matters. Either you raise money or they improve their retention rates, right? They churn users less, or they make more money, their annual recurring revenue improved, their MRR improved. They got more users, their landing page converted more persons to users, their landing page still spoke more about their story. Just talk about these things that you've done that to make them see that, oh, this person actually has done something in this space. Then next is um how you can help. Right. Next is think talk about yourself and how you can help. Now, how can you help? Now, because of okay, you could say how should we start this now? Let's say my head is fried right now. I'm trying to think of how I would join. Okay, now let's say you want to work with their company, right? Or you want to work with the company he works with. Hope I'm not going too fast or you guys are not lost. I'm not sure. Right. Just if you follow, just let me know. Or if I'm speaking too much big English or I'm too fast, let me know so I can take it step at a time and get you guys up to speed. The chat is not moving. Let me know. 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 Are you guys following? So on the DM, the chat is still very much. Chat is still we do on grab. We know. Okay, so you anyway, no, you guys ask question very 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 soon. So next, I was talking about how we can now merge your skill to help them because at the end of this day, end of the day, what's most important is how you can help. You need their help. No, ARR is just how much they earn in a year, right? It's just how much MRR is how much they earn in a month, monthly recurring revenue. Like how much more like people say I earn 2K per month, 3K per month. That's like your monthly recurring revenue and ARR is. So it's just basically the numbers with which the people you've worked with are generated, right? That's if you work with a huge, good number of persons. But if you've not worked with a good number of persons or you don't have these huge numbers, and let me show you something. For instance, if you saw what I did here, I don't know if it was this. I don't know if it was. Now look at this now. My achievement, which I believe makes me an ideal candidate for this role, include building features for products such as stay block, KPI lens, downtown, 100p, and a few others. From addition to production, to tell about six successful launches. Actually, more actually. I don't even know how I even wrote this. But yeah, crafting compelling UX copy for 5 live product, enhancing user experience, boosting retention rates, and reducing churn rate by 83%. Right, collectively 83%. Collaborating with over 15 teams, diverse teams across Africa, Europe, America over a span of 4 years plus, helping team raise over 100 million USD and earn over 30 million ARR while honing my remote team management skills and actively contributing to design community community by sharing. So my email is filled with things like this actually. All right. So one thing you notice is they are if you look at what I sent here and what I sent here, they're actually very different, right? But they were to get on a project, right? I had to like I write new cover letters and I cover letters or this email and I want to get into somebody depending on what I'm looking to achieve. And you can see what I did here. This is even like because at this point I've not really like put together things I've done, right? And that is just an example, right? So you thought that you can't really see there's an email, so I just took a screenshot. Okay, for screenshot. Okay. All right, so let's get into it, right? Next, we'll talk about how you can help them. You could see because you could say with my achievements in the space, I believe I would be a good fit to help you redesign your your products to help retain users and get them to subscribe by making sure, okay, by not by making sure, by using my experience to create high impact designs, that high impact designs that or not high impacts. I'm bringing in my sales this thing into this thing. Let's use to create high converting, not high converting, to create designs with good experience, to create designs with good experience. I think something around this actually, right? Or with great user experience, like I have done in the that I have done for my previous employers. I believe I will be with my achievement in this space. I believe I'll be a good fit to help you design your products that to to help retain users and get them to subscribe by using my experience. I think I repeated something here. By using my experience to create designs with great user experience, like I done for my previous employers. Right. So now this what this does now is it ties what I have done here to the main reason why I'm in your DM, right? If it's to connect, then of course you don't want to talk about my achievement. This. It could be with my achievement. I believe we could be we could be connect, or we could be friends, or we could be uh or it could be, we could say, okay, I believe you're a high value person, and I believe with my achievement we could I could provide value to you in some sense, right? But we want to be what value you can provide, so they don't just see you as the style of what you have learned on YouTube to come and enter their DM or enter their life. Do you get? So let me duplicate this so we can get things going. Uh Now you've connected it. Next is why you're the person for the job. I mean, I believe this ties it and ties it with why you're the best for the job and how you actually connect to them. Now, remember, if this is a DM you're sending, like look at this DM, right? I came across your page and I love what you're doing on your pre-space. I am using so and so designer with theater experience. I specialize in so. Here's my portfolio. Now you see how short this is, right? Don't start writing the piece to in a DM, except what you've done is so great that as you're dropping, then person head is swelling. Do you get? But if it's not, then use the time it takes to get to your work. Right? That's the part that will blow them away. Right? The things you're saying you've done cannot really blow them away. So there's there. Do you understand? A DM you can an email you can talk more, but understand that this person has other things they are doing. They should be able to, and also that's when it comes to writing to see how I'm breaking this into spaces. Now let's go to the email I wrote. You see how I broke it down into spaces. So it's easy to read. Right? It's not that you look at if I open my I don't want to switch my screen now. If I open my email, you'd see how it's across. In fact, on my tweet too, you see how I break it down too. So those are like points. That's not what we're talking about today, but those are points you need to have in mind when writing emails. Now, next is you want to talk about um I think we've spoken about, you greeted them, we've spoken about uh their work, we've spoken about how you can who you are and things you've done, right? You said you know small too, so hype yourself. Who you are and what you've done, right? With this, they're already getting idea of why you're in their DM. The next is talk about why are you actually in their DM, right? You want to tell them that you've done so many things, and because of what you've done, you believe that you're the right person to do X, Y, and Z for them or for the employer, or you're the right person to be their connect or be their follower or be their mentor or be their mentee. Whatever you want to ask for, just connect what you've done to uh what's it called? Connect what you've done to how you can help them. So this is like one of the things we do in a night group, right? If you're in a night group, we would basically just would personalize it. So I would have to I can I'll we'll have to look at everybody's individual case and help them solve problem. Do you understand? So and help them see how they connect these things, right? Would unlike this, I mean, it's gonna be difficult to fix this for everybody, but if you're in a nice group, it's gonna be much easier because the crowd is less and you can personalize your problem and fix it. So the final part is now the CTA. Okay, now you have hyped the person, you have done said everything. What do you want them to do? So you're now here. What do you want them to do now? That's the CTA. That's the now. Let's go back to I wish these DMs spoke about this DM. Okay, looking forward to I don't think. Okay, since in case you need a web3 designer, I didn't screenshot the other part of it. Let me see this email. So this is the cover letter. So okay, now look at exactly attached is my resume with which I liked a few of my experiences. I will be happy to jump on a call to talk about any details that are not clear and assess my skill with the task if required. So if you have a task for me, bring me in. I'm good to go. I'm going to do it and I'll deliver. Right. Looking forward to hearing from you about this opportunity. Regards. Let's go to this. Now, look at this is different. If you require further assessment of my skills, I would be more than happy to complete a task to demonstrate my capabilities. Looking forward to your response. Attach videos, my resume and portfolio, Behance, LinkedIn. As simple as that. Now I've hyped you, I've bust your head. Now this is why I am here, and this is what I want you to do now. Right? But if your being there is not too urgent, then just take it easy and it could be let's get on. Let's write two call to actions, right? What I want them to do for urgent and not urgent one. Now let's say if it's a job, you could because you're open to do tasks, you could say just in case if you're not sure they need this, and I could say just in case you're in need of a designer, I am I would love to work with you to improve your products, and if you need to assess my skill with a task, I am very much available to take it on. Do you understand? Just in case I'm available to let me take products, right? Take it on, right? Or if it's a job that you already have. Now these are CTAs, things you want them to do, right? So so now the next is you want to say um I am available to work. Okay, now remember what you did here was you spoke about your achievement. You tie the achievement to how you can help them, and then you can tell them if you need to assess my skill with a task, I am available to jump on it with you. Not even jumping with you. I am available to. What did I even write here? So my brain is. Let me see. complete the task, okay, or I'm happy to jump on a call, talk about it. Okay, okay, yeah, they are not clear. As in case, just to tell them that you're willing to go through whatever process it is they would want you to go through to validate that you're a good fit. You're willing to take on that task. So that's basically what this part is about. I'm able to jump on a call with you. Okay, I'm available to take it on or take it on and also clarify any detail that is not clear enough. Now that is city. Now the next part of the next part of city I want to talk about is, let's say it's not urgent, right? As a higher achiever that you are, I let's not even say achiever. It says um okay, now this is just in case it's for if it's not too urgent, then this is for when it's urgent. You tell them you're willing to assess a skill, you're able to as for, to clarify. Then let's say you just want to be a connect or a friend. You could say, I'm looking forward to could be assist you on any capacity. That's if you're not sure why you want to help them. Capacity, let's say capacity or willing to help you, looking forward to helping you with fixing your maybe your products or becoming your mentee or anything at all that you're looking forward to helping them do. Do you understand that you really want them to do now? Right? Just put it in a way that it doesn't sound disrespectful and you value their time and they can take their time to do it, right? Or at least respond to you fast. Then the final part is, of course, uh, attached is my resume and or you could say below is the link to my portfolio and resume. Looking now, you could say below is the link to my resume. You could add it to any of this as if the sentence makes sense to add, or you could just add it as a separate. But make this. I think this looking forward to hearing from you. It should always be a separate line. So looking forward to hearing from you, or looking forward to working with you. Do you understand? So any of this now would make up for it. Um. So yeah, any of that at all, then of course, like I always say, just edit with kind regards and your name. So not bright. Reginald. So that is oh shit, it's not this. Let me just add this as play points. Right, so these are just CTAs. Then this is how you close your DM or your what's it called? Close your DM or close your whatever it is you're writing. So, but if you need this to be more personalized for you, then just join the nice group so we can always you can have a more personalized view of this, right? That would help you moving forward. And of course, there's so much more to the group, right? And I think that's it. Before we get to Q and A, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder, of course, of our night's group, right? I believe this if you find this helpful, then you can imagine what you get in the night group, right? It's much more personalized. You get my, of course, my resume, my cover letter, which were other important part of applying for jobs, and of course, one-on-one portfolio review, case study challenge. You get to work on not the one you not the case study where you do ideation, those funny things. That designers do ideation, is the evaluation, and all those things. You know, I mean, that's not how you create the design. So why are you writing it, right? But I'm going to show you how best you can write your case studies. You could do some case studies and even videos that you can do too. So next is breakdown design problems, hackathons, right? There's also I think one-on-one slots to fix your problems, or we have it as a group to fix your problems. Of course, invites of for I mean, we get invite senior designers and founders to talk to you. Of course, up to 2 times a week webinars. Of course, maybe short ones and long workshops like this one. Then more on business of design, challenge to hit $500 per month to as high as 3K to 5K. Then up to 55% discount on any product I launch, right? Because I'm going to be launching a few more, right? Then for those that saw my newsletter, I spoke about launching a product next year. As if peradventure the community last year, next year, we would have a challenge where we're going to launch our AI product, right? Then see how we could launch it. Then of course get users on it. Then test and improve it, right? Right. So, of course, like I would always say, if you believe this is something you want, right, you want to fast track your growth, right, then it's as cheap as possible. Actually, 6K. We're getting back to 6.5 very soon, and fast for Nigeria, for non-Nigerians, about $5 every month, right? And I believe it's gonna help you. Like it's gonna help you grow seriously. Now is the time for Q and A. Any question you have? I don't intend. This is 1 hour 32 minutes already. I don't intend for this to get just too long, but I think nobody asked a question, so you can drop your questions now. So I just answer them as fast as possible. Just tell person on the live. That's I believe we don't get too much question then. I think nobody asked a question. Let me see if I can find that question. But you can drop your questions now, so I'll answer them and we can close the call for tonight. Trying to find that question. Okay, so okay. How can I? I think I've answered this, right? This is that you believe. Now I think we are in the trend of AI. So look for one AI. You can ask ChatGPT to generate you a product name or product idea. Just try and design something around it, right? And post on your work, or look out for existing AI tools and redesign them. Fix what you think could be fixed, right? Post on your social media, put on your portfolio, right? And just those are many that they look out for. Well, this I like the idea of having designs of different industries, right? From health, from fintech, from crypto. Just take your time and work on one full project, right? It doesn't have to be too much screens. So on your portfolio, you can have different screens of one project, right? Then when you put write a case study, you can put everything together and just put as one full product. So yeah, that's basically how best you can have a good design on your portfolio. What is I don't think I can see any other question. Um mm, Okay, if the night group is it starts on the 1st of November. Currently, we are all learning together. All the both Pon and Night are learning together. But once from the 1st of November, I'm hoping that we could get as much persons, right, to subscribe, so we can have enough money to buy our resources and, of course, to keep learning together. But if we don't, because the resource is one of the parts that keeps us together, right? But if we don't get as much persons, then I might be forced to actually refund everybody. So we could just close the night group because we don't need the crowd. We need as much persons to keep running the fuel of the community going. Do you understand? So if you're in the nice community already, get your friends to subscribe and enjoy what we're going to be sharing on the community, because we're not going to be I mean, we're going to keep this resource close as possible, so it doesn't feel as though those that are in the group are being cheated. Do you understand? So yeah, but it's going to be active on 1st of November, and I expect us to get as much persons. It's still at 6K, right? Till you get 20%. Anyway, you get to get 20%, right? But because I'm very busy actually. But hopefully we're able to get up to 20% before that time. And yeah, once we do that, I believe it's going to be up from there. The next is for designers who are in this stage where they can start looking for gigs. How do they know the things they would need to do? The only thing that matters when you're looking for a gig is what you've done. The next thing is look for who you want to work for. At this point, either you want to work for startups or companies, right? So if it's companies, right, you want to look for whoever has power. The CTO, CEO, which I mean difficult to get, but there's a tool to get their emails. Let me see if I can find that tool that help you get emails of people through your LinkedIn page. It's an extension. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I think it's called Email Finder by. Let me see if I can bring it here. It's called Contact Out. Oh, I can't really bring it here. So you could check it out. It's an extension called Contact Out. You can use it to get emails from people's LinkedIn, right? So that's how you can reach out to them. And once you have good designs in your portfolio, right, and go for them, go apply, go knock on these doors, right. And next is in terms of cold emailing, outsourcing for clients and even finding clients that we intend to send emails to. How do you know what you want to work for? Okay, who you want to work for? I mean, like I said, right, it boils down to who you have interest in working for. I believe while you're starting out, you don't really have preference, so you want to just shoot uh, uh, as much cool DMs as possible. And this brings me to talking about Alex Mosley, my mentor, right? He said something. There's something called the rule of 100, right? You want to make for if you're looking to work with clients, right? You understand that there are hundreds of thousands of clients, or not thousands of, I mean tens of thousands, right? That are looking for people like you. So just reaching out to 1 or 2% every day might not really do it because at the end of the month, that means you only reached out to 60%, right? Looking at tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, right? And most of them are even looking for people like you. What's the chance they're going to land on the right person? But it's a game of numbers. So make sure you do at least 50 to 100 per day applications. You send these emails or code, these emails or they do 50 emails or 50 emails and 50 DMs every single day. There's no way at the end of a month you will not find somebody that would at least respond to you and say, I like what you offer me, let's work. As long as the design are good, you're not insulting, you're not trying to be sounding desperate or what have you. Somebody will actually respond to you and you could get that email out. And so just make sure you do every single day 100 DMs and emails till you get what you're looking for, right? I mean, it's not easy, but you're competing with so many people, and trust me, they are not as they don't have this information you have, which makes it easier for you. If you look at what DMs people send to people, some people just send and just say hi, without even talking about. I mean, hi, what? All right, so yeah, that's it. Outsourcing for clients. Okay, how do you know without the resources being available? Now, is there anything you can one? Is there anything like that one going on? Okay, no. From 1st of November, right? It's still the group is we are basically at the phase where we are accumulating people, right? We're getting people in the group, right? For once it's 1st of November, right? We would have I've said like right like 10 times now. Once you get to 1st of November, we would see the numbers we have and see how we structure the group so everybody gets the most out of the group. And you want to be based off personal problems. How often you have problems, right? We would set times and we will see how we could meet at least every week if possible, so I could answer your questions, right? Then next is I don't understand the extension you're talking about. Just talking about it's called Contact Out Chrome extension. You used to get emails via your LinkedIn profile, exactly, right? I don't. So I think that is it. Without any further questions, you guys should reach out to me to join the group. Actually, to really help you. And I don't intend to close the group actually, but to if I don't get enough response, then I think I do about 11 or 12, which means you still have about eight more to go. I mean, you're not going to close at eight, but once you get to that eight more persons, the price will increase, right? And it gets keep increasing the more persons. So it's better you join now that it's still very much cheap. And any amount you pay now is what you pay for the next 3 months till maybe fourth month, where the money might now increase. But by that time, you must have been getting results, right? You should at least have a project you're working on. Do you understand that? That is, I believe before I can ask you to pay for a community, you should be earning, right? Which is why I'm going to make sure it's one of the things. I mean, it's not a promise or guarantee, but I believe with what you learn, right, and with the work you put in, there's no way you'll not be making money, all right, consistently. That will help you be able to pay for the community and we keep things going. So yes, that is it. I think there's no other question. Without any other question, that's what I have. This is basically what I have for you guys today, and oh, basically what I have for you guys today. So I think that's it. So without any further question, uh good good night, guys, and make sure you have a good week tomorrow. And from the poll will be out. I think I'll just maybe I'll make a poll tonight on the group to know if you guys want us to use the next talk about the next in line, or um so I think I already spoke to you guys about how you can contact, because I believe, I mean, once they respond to you, the next thing is for you to follow up and answer the question, show your work, and close the client. So they get you, they pay you, and you guys get work going. All right. Any other thing that will be answered, I think those will be much more personalized questions, which I believe you can answer. But if you can't fix those ones, then we'll have to jump on a one-on-one call, so we get talk about how you can close these clients. Especially when they are expensive clients that are willing to pay more, they want to know more about you. So we're closing about how you answer these questions and close them. Man, my head is full. Yeah, thank you guys for your time, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.